On Saturday, July 13th, Ray Muratalla and Tevin Farmer fought for the NABF and WBO vacant lightweight titles. The winner of the fight would move forward and have an opportunity to be one waiting in the breeze for a title shot. Let's talk about this fight between these two men. The lightweight battle that took place between Ray Muratalla and Tevin Farmer Saturday, July 13th was supposed to be a co-main feature, but we saw that become the main feature of the evening when the proposed bout between Janibek and Mikhailovich fell apart due to a medical situation regarding Janibek. So Farmer and Muratalla became the highlight of the evening. And the fight turned out to be competitive, but a contradicting sort of battle that we've seen in the past. Most recently, between a puncher, slugger, and a guy who can box. Muratalla brought his record of 20 and 0 with 16 KOs into the bout, and Farmer came in with his record of 33, 5, and 1 with 8 KOs. These men squared off in a contrasting styles, orthodox against southpaw, also boxer against puncher, with Muratalla being the puncher and the southpaw boxer being Tevin Farmer. It was a good fight between the two men, and they were competitive, but the judging played a huge role in this fight once again. Farmer opened the fight boxing like the veteran that he is. He's now 33 years of age, but his southpaw position gives many a fighter difficulty. Early in his career, he had suffered a number of losses, but then righted that ship when he changed his dedication to his craft and began to utilize the skill set that was always there as an untapped source of ability. Against Muratalla, he came out, he used his jab, he used his straight left. He had a lot going for himself. His mobility was on point. I know that Farmer hadn't been featured in a fight in a while. He had been kind of toiling in obscurity, and Muratalla is a fighter that Top Rank has been looking to push forward because he's another one of the fighters that they would like to represent for the Latin audience. He's being trained out of the Robert Garcia Boxing Academy, and in this fight, Garcia did a wonderful job of coaching him through because he was losing this fight. Many people still feel that Muratalla lost this fight, or it could have at least been a draw, but I feel like he did win the fight but it had more to do with Farmer trailing off toward the end of the fight. I think he got a little tired. Maybe he wasn't in the proper condition that he may have needed to be, or maybe it's the wear and tear of the sport. Farmer is a good boxer, and I don't think he was accredited for what he did well in the fight. Muratalla wasn't able to really land the power punches on him that he normally likes to use to get guys out of there, and Farmer didn't make it any cakewalk for him at all. But at the end of the day, the judges were still impactful, and the referee, who deducted a point, I believe in the 8th round, from Farmer for holding in the clinch too long and too much. Instead of it being a hard warning, he took the point away, and that seemed to really take the play away from Farmer. He kind of fell apart mentally after that and just went through the motions for the last couple of rounds. The fight was only scheduled for 10, and at that point he had been ahead maybe 5 rounds or 6 rounds in my scorecard. But it was a swing in the action once that ref deducted that point from him. The referee, Thomas Taylor, a man who is increasingly impacting the matches that he officiates more and more. Pay attention to that name, Thomas Taylor. Pay attention to the judges, Tim Cheatham, David Sutherland, and Steve Weisfeld. These are the usual suspects that are involved in questionable decisions. We've seen it before, and in this fight we've seen it again. Garcia really was going at Muratalla, trying to coach him across the finish line, and he needed that, because without Garcia shouting the instructions, giving the encouragement, demanding that he pick it up, Ray may have not got the win. But I still feel that Farmer did enough to win this fight. He was definitely out front. But that decision to take away the point, Thomas Taylor, I'm sorry, I didn't like that at all. But still, it was a good matchup between two fighters. It was the NABF and the WBO, NABO lightweight titles that were on the line for this fight. So Ray Muratalla may be looking toward an opportunity later in the year at a title shot, possibly, or early next year. And what is to be made of Tevin Farmer going forward, who knows? But I still think he still has enough to box and make money in the sport. You can't hit him clean, and his skill set is still top notch. What do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you think should be next for both men. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.